A compelling Landman theory has begun swirling around Jon Hamm's character, which could extend his importance to the show beyond his Season 1 fate. Landman Season 1 ending saw Monty Miller die due to long-standing heart problems, entrusting Billy Bob Thornton's Tommy Norris with the future of MTEX Oil. Monty's legacy will always be a critical element in the series, and his failed familial life will continue to play a role as Demi Moore's cameo is incorporated, but a fun theory points to even more. Landman Season 2 is in development with a planned release for late 2024, making it one of the few ongoing TV shows to have annual releases. Jon Hamm's departure will leave a notable hole in the Landman cast, but the addition of Sam Elliott, 1883, Tombstone, and more screen time for Andy Garcia's character, who was introduced in the finale, could suffice. There are many directions the TV series can take, and audiences on Reddit and other social media platforms have already begun speculating. Rebecca is secretly Monty's daughter, Landman theory explained. Season 1 hinted that Rebecca could be a serious nepotism baby. One Redditor cited some compelling reasons for a theory that suggests Rebecca Falcone is actually the daughter of Monty Miller. Falcone was played by Kayla Wallace in Season 1, and she was brought in by Monty as a big city lawyer with complicated views on the oil industry and Texas Permian Basin life. The original post and subsequent comments note 3 interesting pieces of dialogue that could suggest her relation to Monty. It's an interesting idea, but fans in the replies seem to be mixed on the matter, with many suggesting it would feel too contrived, citing that she didn't have much of a reaction when she learned of Monty's death. It should be noted, however, that this wouldn't be the first time Taylor Sheridan changed a critical family dynamic after the show started, as he revealed that Jamie Dutton was adopted in Yellowstone Season 3. Others mentioned that it might be an engaging development for Rebecca, who was left without an apparent emotional arc leading into Season 2, or what Rebecca being Monty's daughter would mean for her Landman Season 2 story. Rebecca would have to reckon with her past and future. Kayla Wallace's Rebecca looking curious standing in an open field in Landman Episode 3. If Taylor Sheridan plans to reveal that Rebecca is Monty's daughter, it seems more than likely that she wouldn't know. She's a young lawyer who's risen through the ranks quickly, and her position could be due to being exceptional at her job, but it's equally, if not more, realistic that it was nepotism. Monty is a man with the power to give her a prominent position as a young lawyer, as we saw him do late in Season 1, which he could view as penance for not being a part of her life or childhood. There's plenty of room to speculate on the semantics and about who knows what, but the crucial element now is how this would alter Rebecca's story going forward. For her to be thrust into a position of prominence and then to discover that it was all because she was the daughter of someone she barely knew would give her a lot to chew on. Tommy desperately needs Rebecca on his side for the meeting he set up in the Season 1 ending, and her uncovering a life-changing revelation would likely disrupt her stability. Jon Hamm is a beloved actor who's delivered some iconic television performances, which made it thrilling to see the Mad Men star cast in a Taylor Sheridan series. The prospect of him going head-to-head with Billy Bob Thornton armed with Sheridan dialogue was exciting, and while those moments lived up to expectation, they were few and far between. Hamm's Monty Miller character was outstanding, but he only appeared on occasion, with most of his scenes shared with Thornton done over the phone. Monty Miller's death means Jon Hamm's time on Landman was disappointingly brief, and the actor has already moved on to a new TV series on Apple TV+. While he obviously won't be returning to the show in any recurring capacity, revealing Rebecca as his daughter could create an opportunity for flashbacks, showing more of their shared time together. This could also incorporate Demi Moore's cameo, exploring her relationship with her husband's hidden first daughter. Of course, this is all hypothetical. If Star Wars is anything to go by, there's great power in the surprise plot twist, "I am your father" moment, as it allows the characters and the audience to experience a profound catharsis. Doing so after Monty's death wouldn't have that same degree of strength for Rebecca, as it wouldn't allow her the opportunity to see him face to face with this newfound knowledge. That said, it could create an opportunity for an alternate, darker path, which would be Rebecca finally discovering the identity of her father, only to realize that he's just died. Rebecca seems to be a protagonist right now in Landman, with her and Tommy setting aside their differences for a tentative alliance built on the future of this company. Things could take a turn for the worse rather quickly, though, with her already having mixed feelings about Tommy and the oil industry. If she were to learn that Monty was her father, it could suddenly warp her perception of the entire situation, forcing her to reckon with personal emotions she'd likely tucked away for a long time. Only time will tell if Taylor Sheridan explores this route.